So Nikita's here. Okay, so we had the brilliant idea of taking Nikita's 240 to SEMA, which we live in Southern California, driving it down to Nevada, and then driving it back. So that's I don't know how many...
400?
I don't know. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't really know the miles. All we know is that it's about like 5 hours each way, okay? Now, we're going to show you why it's so worth it to take your type of like project car or your drift car or whatever car that you're really putting time into and take it on these like long road trips, because it's just honestly such an amazing experience, as you'll see. So the first thing in order to get the car ready was to go and swap coilovers onto Nikita's car, because Nikita's car had some blown Godspeed coilovers in the back, and so we took his BC coilovers that were on my car temporarily, put them back onto his car so that way he could take out his blown Godspeeds, and we'd have some super sick BC ride quality on the way to SEMA. Car's packed up. It's kind of dark, but we're finally heading out. It's like, what time is it?
5:30.
5:30. Solid. Okay, we'll update you. Once we swapped out the coilovers, then we kind of just headed on the road, and it was a pretty normal trip. And Nikita's been having this issue with the car where it starts pulling timing, and so the car just doesn't want to accelerate. Like,
No boost.
Yeah, it just doesn't want to go into boost and continue to be in boost. So there's that whole timing issue that we were dealing with.
Okay, so what we narrowed down to was just that the gas in California is so garbage. We can only get 91 octane here. I pretty much thought that I was having an issue with pulling timing just because I also have a raised compression ratio. I'm actually running 9.06 to 1 compression ratio versus an 8.5 to 1, which is stock. So I thought it was just a combination of that and the engine being tuned for much higher octane was the reason it was pulling timing.
So we figured we couldn't get any actual good octane fuel at gas station. So Nikita's genius remedy was to go and buy those little octane boosters that you always see over there, and are like, what is this for? You know what I'm saying?
Like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. So for every single time that we filled up, we put about 2 or 3 of those octane boosters in, and that pretty much got rid of all the
retardation.
Yeah.
This is how VTEC happens.
Yeah, that's how VTEC
You just put it in the gas tank and then...
So we got all that sorted out. Now we were freaking boosting. And then we ran into a second problem. So Nikita and I, we both run Koyo radiators in both of our cars. And this is the issue when you run such a good cooling system in your car. We're having this problem where the car's really not getting warm.
Koyo problems.
Koyo problems. So both of us, we thought we were going to be going way over our temperatures, and we ended up just cruising like under normal operating temperatures, which is, we were just stoked on that. So it was a pretty uneventful drive, wouldn't you say? It was just...
Made it no problems.
Yeah, just kind of just normal driving, I would say. Nothing too crazy. Solid. So we got more octane booster. I picked up this little blanket because my feet are numb. Nikita's feet are numb, but he has to push pedals, so he can't do anything about that. So I got that at least, so I can try and keep warm. So far so good though. Uneventful, which is good. We had to stop for food, so it was about 6 hours later we finally pulled into Vegas. Zach from Curb Bangers lives over in Vegas, and so he offered us a place to stay, so we went gladly to Zach's house. As soon as we got over there, we got to check out some of the ballerness going on over at the house with Trey and Jaime and Sam and Zach and all their sweet little cars.
Okay, so now we made it to Zach's house, so we're chill and we can actually go to sleep and everything now. Yay! Thank you, Zach.
Oh, yes.
Wait, what did you do? You taped this and said hooligan with it?
Let's not talk about this. This was at the very beginning. This was at the fuckboy stages, right? So this is when I first got the car. I used electrical tape and then I plastic dipped over it. So note to self: if you ever don't do that, just don't ever do that. You know, just originality. That's not original. You know, everyone thinks that you buy 240, you're like, oh, I need a missile car. No, you don't need a missile car. That's the exact opposite of what you want in life. Follow Offbeat's fucking guides. That's what you need. That's what you need in your life. You need a good, solid build first time around. Yeah. You learn the right way first.
Chill.
Bruh.
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 Bruh. You're about to be on that YouTube cut.
We just woke up. We're packing up so we can go get breakfast and then head over to SEMA. But it is 7:30 right now. We went to bed at 5 in the morning.
Now, this weekend over there was actually going to be when Nikita is turning 21, so it's pretty much like the perfect place to be is like in Vegas when you're 21 and at SEMA, so it was like the ultimate weekend. So I gave Nikita his birthday present, right? Yeah.
Just go through my double black, bro.
Go what?
Go through it.
Bro, are you serious? So sick. Dude.
Is that good?
Oh, that's so cool.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Nikita was super stoked on that, and then we headed on our way to SEMA. No big deal, kind of just normal driving. Okay, now SEMA is a ginormous event. We had
Only 2 days.
to do SEMA, which it's like, if you go over to SEMA, you understand there's just literally way too much.
Huge. It's like two city
ridiculous.
blocks full of cars.
Exactly.
You just can't see it all.
So we saw a ton of cars over there, and so we're just going to go over what are basically like our favorites over there, because we literally cannot show all the cars over there. So we start off Sun King Z. We got to see that over there.
RB26, naturally aspirated with the individual throttle bodies on trumpets. It was just beautiful.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I love that car.
It looks pretty sick. Got to check out Daigo Saito's GTR. We also got to talk Daigo Saito's crew chief, which was an amazing experience just right there. And then, of course, we finally walk into SEMA. And so, we immediately headed over to NK's booth. Okay, now we're going to pick up this F1 wheel, which is supposedly like ridiculously light.
Sorry. Racing line and
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Dude, this.
Usually you can get like a racing series, you can get about 10%.
This is like insane right now.
After you are higher dealer or we not real retail price from the race.
Crazy. I'm gonna put it down for it. Right now.
The racing line.
All other maybe.
So we got to check out Brody Gobel's Formula Drift car over there. Got to talk to Brody Goebel about that. That was already cool. Got to check out some of the wheels. Dude, Brody Goebel has literally the only set of wheels that are on his car right now, or the only set of those NK wheels in the United States right now.
Brand new.
Brand new design from NK, and he has the only set in America, which is so crazy.
I am this jelly.
Like it's so crazy.
This jelly.
We saw one of the cars from Dirt Every Day. Dude, we saw Forest Wings S15, which is not the first time that we've seen it,
Oh, no.
but we cannot
Every time.
every
It's-
single
it's
time.
such
It is
a well-built
literally,
car.
it is one of the most well-built cars in Formula Drift, hands down, like without a doubt. The thing is just amazing. And where Forrest Wang's car was, we look over and there's Forrest Wang, there's his girlfriend Ariana, I believe, which is 2JZ girl. Then you have Dan Brockett, you have Alec Honadale over there, and you also have Ryan Littoral. And there's like all these dudes right there that are all very well known, big guys into drifting, and they're all just talking amongst each other. And so me and
You'll see
Nikita,
that every day.
yeah, we were just flipping out over that. Of course, Nikita, he pulled out his steering wheel and he got his steering wheel signed. I got my hat signed. So okay, this is Forrest Wang who signed it right here. And this is Daigo Saito, and this is Robbie Nishida, and that's Mad Mike, who you'll see later on signed my thing. There's so many FD drivers over there, so we just casually walked by Odi Bakchis at one of the booths. Then we went over to the NRG Innovations booth. Nikita has his NRG Innovations wheel on top of his birthday gift from me, the backpack, and so the NRG guys were taking pictures of that. We got to see LSX Willys. We also got to see a full carbon Pagani, which he knows, like, he's been following since that thing came out, and he doesn't think it's that big of a deal, but it's still pretty crazy. Following that, we went over, saw Mad Mike in his FD car over there. Over there, we got to talk with Mad Mike a little bit. We got to talk with Aaron Parker as well as Rob Dom, and they were all over there, and so we're kind of just getting an inside scoop on four rotors and
What are we talking? Triangles, Doritos.
Doritos, Brap,
Yeah.
all that. Then we passed by a roadkill car on our way out.
The Charger. The
Yeah.
Hellcat Charger.
Yeah. Saw Rusty Slamington, which that was like a big deal for me because I used to be like the hugest fan of Rusty Slamington before it burned down, and so that was kind of like such a killjoy when it did burn down, and then seeing it build back up again, that was I really enjoyed that. Okay, so then of course we leave SEMA, we're heading out to dinner, all right, and parking is ridiculous on this trip. Traffic and parking is ridiculous on this trip. So we turn down this one street, okay,
Which was a wrong turn.
wrong turn, and of course in a normal car you have to do like a bajillion point turn to do a U-turn here, but this is why you bring your cars over here, your project cars, and you take them on road trips. No.
Let's go.
Okay, go for it.
You ready?
Yeah, I got it. Then we finally went to the right parking structure and then got to park the car and go to dinner.
Wait.
And people were asking why we brought the 240. You can't do that in the minivan. Following dinner, we headed back over to the Curb Banger's house, helped Zach with his SR, trying to get that running some more, which couldn't do. And then
We had quite a few too.
yeah, and then we just ended up going to bed after that, so it was a pretty solid day. Second day over at SEMA. Wake up. Yeah, driving to SEMA, nothing really special. Usual drive. Second day over at SEMA, so we're just checking out some parts in general over there. We went over to Mishimoto. Now, both me and Nikita, we both run Koyo radiators. We choose Koyo radiators for a reason. We walk over to the Mishimoto radiator booth,
The
basically.
welds. It's just, you can see the difference in welds between Koyo and Mishimoto. It's just, you can just see it.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd get that on video because people always ask us, you know, why pay more for the Koyo? You know, what's the advantage? And it's just like, just quality, like.
Never had my Koyo break and I've smashed it into a wall.
Exactly. And we
Yeah.
just immediately walked up to Mishimoto and we were like,
Nope.
immediately noticed the difference in quality. It wasn't even funny. And then just checked out some more random parts here and there.
I'm going fucking pan. That's so cool.
Got to see the 4GT. Shout checked out Frederick Osbo's Formula D car, which is the winning car for this year, right? Yeah, which is cool because
I've never really seen like the rear end of it before.
Yeah,
we actually got to like see his entire rear setup, like the fuel cell and all the ducting and his rear tube is pretty interesting.
Yeah, which is pretty great because, you know, we're obviously a lot into tubing and how people do stuff and just the way that they make their crumple zones and all of that goes into designing these, you know, professional drift cars. And so to see the car that took, you know, first place in Formula Drift this year, and to have access to open up the hood and to open up the trunk and look inside and do whatever we want, that was a really cool experience. Also got to see Ken Gushi's car. We've seen that car a few times though before. Checked out more car parts, most notably these caliper covers.
A whole wall of them, by the way.
Notice that they are all for Honda and Acura on there. Then checked out even more car parts. Checked out new NSX. Checked out Corey Hosford's, his like the Boss S14, which is just congratulations to, you know, Corey on finishing that up and getting that done. That was
very well built car.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, it was definitely very clean. Now let's explain it. This was the last day at SEMA, and so at about 4 o'clock is when the event ends, and after that is when SEMA Cruise starts. So you have all of the majority of the cars inside this big convention center.
Yeah. And they all start.
And they all start up. And I don't think the audio even does it justice to like...
It just echoes through the entire hallways.
It is so ridiculous.
But in Long Beach, yeah, that's it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Just walk down SEMA Cruise. You don't want to spend too much time there because
it's just a massive traffic jam of race cars. That's
exactly
it. It's not a cruise, it's a traffic jam.
So we had better things to do because that day was actually Nikita's official 21st birthday day. So we headed back over to the Curb Banger's house.
Tried to fix Zach's SR, but more unsuccessfully, unfortunately.
Always trying to fix Zach's SR.
Yeah.
We were getting kind of hungry, so we decided, you know, we'll just leave it. We're not going to waste any more of our time over there. Let's go out, you know, eat some dinner and have some fun. Everyone who knows me knows that I don't support street drifting. I'm not really a fan of that. I 100% would rather take it down to the track. However, it's just, so there weren't any events out that day, and we just don't get to see these guys that often. And again, this is all Nikita's decision. It's kind of...
It's my birthday wish, you know?
It's his birthday wish.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, so take that with a word of caution with whatever we show you.
shit for the low. Touching niggas if they don't buy the O. Yeah, the shit my car, she ready to go. Put her hand, think she ready to blow.
Whoever wins gets.
She a doggy, she in love with my bone. Let her roam, but I won't bring her home. G4 tucked tight in my Brillo. James Bond gun under my pillow. Bustin' bongs when I'm smoking the endo. Unbox the whip and we ain't crack the window. Young nigga from the Springs in the New Orleans. Came back in all black just to do my thing. I've been taking niggas bitches and they giving me brain. Then I play with that pussy like a video game. Selling these hoes is something that I know. Every day I got a different hoe. Fuck what they say, I'm swerving on the road with large amounts of draw attentions for the go. James, but we hit the road. Riding with the same niggas from before. Run up with the AK, yeah, the Mayday, cause it's payday for the wolves. Selling these hoes is something that I know. Every day I got a different hoe. Fuck what they say, I'm swerving on the road with large amounts of draw attentions for the go. James, but we hit the road. Riding with the same niggas from before. Run up with the AK, yeah, the Mayday, cause it's payday for the wolves. King Sway, address me as your highness. I smoke the finest, rolling weed on my Tyrus. Turn your bitch into a slut, Miley Cyrus. Thinking about defriending my enemies. They won't know me like I changed my identity. With the homies in the stew every day. We'll keep grinding till you fuck with us heavily. Find us starting on our tippy toes. Probably follow us on Twitter though. Catch me with a couple bad hoes. When we hit the crib, they hit the stripper pole. I've been the same since the day that you friended me. Rolling Jane through the lane, sipping hella lean. Drop the top and let the smoke surround everything. This ain't hard, it's rather elementary sway. Selling these hoes is something that I know. Every day I got a different hoe. Fuck what they say, I'm swerving on the road with large amounts of draw attentions for the go. Jane, but we hit the road. Riding with the same niggas from before. Run up with the AK, yeah, the Mayday, cause it's payday for the wolves. Selling these hoes is something that I know. Every day I got a different hoe. Fuck what they say, I'm swerving on the road with large amounts of draw attentions for the go. Jane, but we hit the road. Riding with the same niggas from before. Run up with the AK, yeah, the Mayday, cause it's payday for the wolves.
Fuck yeah, dude! That's so good! When I won't say my bad, see I just lay in the cut. Watch the product stack up, motherfucker, what?
So Nikita, he shows back up at the house and he doesn't want to get out of his car because this guy he's like, I brought spare tires with me. I don't want to go home we're not going through a set of tires. So at the same time that's happening, I get a message from a subscriber and he wants to meet up. And so I usually go out of my way to meet up with people, if you know, especially if it's in a certain town that I'm not going to be in that often. So we decided to go out again and then drive to that subscriber's house.
Drive past guns, flash, shooting up the charts too. BKDOD, put D&D inside my suit. Walk inside the label, struck a match and then I'm blue. Bomb, C4 everywhere, C4 everywhere. I got 3 oars with me, it smell like Dior and Derriere. Decoys die slow, you can detour to heaven stairs. So walk inside L's dungeon, I just might derail something. They pussies, I smell something. You push on the daily niggas, you pushing the daily. I push the gas on Mercedes, nigga. Came in this game with a rolling chain and a dream. Became reality, made some casualties, my chopper scream. And now we dumping out the roof.
Hi, what's up? I'm gonna die.
Here's a sticker.
Dude, thank you so much. Oh my god. Dude, you like inspired me to fucking build that piece of shit you're looking at. I bought it for $400 with a blown engine, and now look at it. Really? I'm so nervous, dude. If I get caught, this is amazing. Dude. Holy shit. You guys are awesome.
So we got him back up on his roof. Sweet. Alright. Nice meeting you, dude.
Drive past guns, blast, shooting up the charts too. BKDOD, put D&D inside my suit. Walk inside the label, struck a match and then I'm blue. Now we dumping out the roof.
What are we doing now? Go for it.
Smokers pacing inside the cafeteria hall, and I'm putting fear in you all. shaking. Jump out your body, you Ricky Bobby, until you're naked. Yeah, I pray to God this week I be putting up bombs. I pray to God this beat is good enough for Sean. If not J. Cole, your shit is trash. At least my opinion just made everyone laugh.
Can my friend go in your car? No. Alright, she's gonna come in.
This is where we at. I guess it's entertainment. I guess this is speculation making the classic Kendrick. If I didn't have the patience, I'd probably self-destruct. Real people want real music. The jig is up. Your worst fears confirmed. We laugh as you crash and burn. The real is back. K-Dot, it's your turn. Take your victory lap. King Cole, saluting Compton's on. King Kendrick.
As the skies falling, the wind is calling. Stand for something to die in the morning. The city hell, King Kendrick Lamar. The world hell, King Kendrick Lamar.
And of course, like I said, this was Nikita's 21st birthday. That's why we're kind of doing all this, because that was his birthday wish. And finally, of course, because he turned 21, he finished it off with a shot.
Oh, dude, I'm not even in the shot. I'm looking gay as fuck. All right, cheers, boys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, there's the water. There's my chaser.
So Nikita finally satisfied. We pretty much just went to bed after that, woke up in the morning, and headed home, right? We did, however, manage to find a Cressida on the side of the road, and we just spoke to him at the gas station earlier than that. So we helped that guy out, took him to AutoZone, got him an alternator belt for his car, and then he got to fix his car over there. So we did a good deed on the way back. And yeah, and then we made it home no problem. Car ran beautiful. Yeah. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Overall, SEMA was absolutely amazing. It is something that both of us will never forget. And that is, yeah, what else is there to say? It is, what, you have anything else to say?
No, drift is life.
Drift is life?
Drift is
It's
life.
so good. SEMA is,
Yeah.
I think everyone before they die, they should do something like that and go to SEMA.
Yeah. SEMA.
And also, before 8 bajillion people ask in the comments where we got these shirts are from whatmonstersdo.com. Use coupon code LaDrift. You get 15% off. You get, like, literally a lot of people comment about where to get the shirts. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, that's it. Yeah, we're Koguchi, man.
Dude, road dick.
All my friends like me, like they all.
It's that road mic.
So it's like.
You better keep doing that, dude. Snapchat's about to get. Dude, when your arms start getting weak
So cool to come back
and your legs start shaking, that's when you got the right record spot. Oh my god!